Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Swagg on Swagger Gaming, bringing you another World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth beta first look video. Today we will be looking at the Marksmanship Hunter. Please remember that everything in this video is from the beta test server and is subject to change. I will do my best to keep up with any changes made to the spec in the description and comment sections of this video. There were a decent amount of changes to the baseline spells and talents, but the biggest change comes in the playstyle as focus generators and spenders have all been switched around. To further change the playstyle, several abilities have been removed from the Marksmanship Hunter kit. These include Cobra Shot, Mark Shot, and the passive abilities Marksman's Focus, Bombardment, Hunting Party, and Hunter's Mark. Obviously, the removal of Hunter's Mark and Mark Shot will change how Marksmanship Hunters are played, but I think the biggest loss here is the Marksman's Focus. This gave us an extra 30 focus baseline, which we now lose. Neither Arcane nor Multi-Shot generate focus anymore, and instead cost 15 and 30 focus respectively. Aim Shot has been reworked as well. It has had its cast time increased from 2 to 3 seconds, its focus cost reduced from 50 to 30, and given 2 charges with a 12-second recharge time. A new passive ability called Precise Shots makes Aim Shot give your next 1 or 2 Arcane Shots 100% increased damage. This helps synergize these two abilities and makes your rotation a bit more clear. On that same note, Trick Shots has been moved from the talent tree to a baseline spell and slightly reworked to fit the new kit. It now makes your next aim shot ricochet and hit up to 5 additional targets, or each shot of your next rapid fire ricochet to 1 additional target. Rapid fire is a new 3-second channel baseline ability that has 40-yard range and 20-second cooldown. You shoot a stream of 10 arrows over 3 seconds that deal physical damage and generate 2 focus per arrow. This ability is usable while moving, and if your target dies, you can switch to another target and continue the channel. 2 other new abilities have been added baseline from the talent tree. These are Disengage, which is unchanged, and the passive ability Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf has been nerfed to give 10% increased damage versus 18% in its current form. Trueshot has been reworked due to the loss of Hunter's Mark. It now instantly resets a charge of Aim Shot and gives 30% haste for 15 seconds. The last baseline ability change is Bursting Shot is now a 50% snare instead of a disorient. There were several talents moved to baseline spells or removed from the game, and many of the ones that were not moved at the talent tree were either reworked or have moved tiers. The Tier 1 talent row has 2 new abilities and has a Murder of Crows moved in from Tier 6. Lone Wolf was made a baseline ability, and both Steady Focus and Careful Aim have been moved to other talent rows. Master Marksman gives your aim shot a 30% chance to reduce the focus cost of your next Arcane or Multi-Shot by 100%, and Serpent Sting fires a poison arrow that does some upfront nature damage and leaves a damage over time effect. For Tier 2, Black Arrow and True Aim have been removed from the game, and Lock and Load has been moved to Tier 7. Careful Aim has been moved in from Tier 1 and has the damage over time portion removed. Volley has been moved in from Tier 6 and slightly reworked. This no longer has the ability to toggle on and off, but has also had its focus cost removed. The last talent in Tier 2 is Explosive Shot, which has been moved in from Tier 4 on Live. The wording has changed to no longer say based on proximity for the splash damage, and it now refunds 10 focus and some of the cooldown if you do not detonate it. Tier 3 continues to have Trailblazer, which was unchanged. Post Haste has been switched out with Camouflage from Tier 5 and also remains unchanged. Disengage was moved to a baseline ability and has been replaced with the Natural Mending talent. This reduces the remaining cooldown on Exhilaration for every 20 focus you spend. Tier 4 has seen Sentinel and Patient Sniper removed from the game and Explosive Shot switched out to Tier 2. Instead, we see Steady Focus from Tier 1 and 2 new abilities. Steady Focus now reduces the cast time of Steady Shot by 0.25 seconds up to 2 times, and using another shot removes this effect. This seems like it may lock you into a mini focus dump plus regeneration cycle similar to Arcane Mages. Streamline is a new ability that increases the channel on rapid fire by an additional 2 seconds. Hunter's Mark is the last talent in this tier, and it works similar to the original Hunter's Mark back in vanilla. You apply your mark to a single target and they take 5% increased damage from you. In addition, if your target dies with Hunter's Mark, you gain back 20 focus. Tier 5 has Binding Shot, which is unchanged, and Post Haste, which has been moved in from Tier 3 on Live, and has had its speed bonus reduced from 60% for 5 seconds to 50% for 4 seconds. The new talent in this row is Born to be Wild, which reduces the cooldown on your Aspect of the Cheetah and Turtle by 20%. In Tier 6, both the Murder of Crows and Volley have been moved out and replaced by new abilities, but Barrage remains and is unchanged. Lethal Shots is one of the new talents and gives your steady shot a 10% chance to cause your next aim shot or rapid fire to be guaranteed critical strikes. The other new ability is Double Tap, which is an instant cast ability on a 1-minute cooldown that causes your next aim shot to fire a second time with no cast time or focus costs, or makes your next rapid fire shoot twice as many shots during its channel. Tier 7 has had Sidewinders and Trick Shot removed, and Piercing Shot now costs a baseline 35 focus instead of a range. Lock and Load has been moved in from Tier 2 and has been slightly nerfed. It now procs at a 5% rate down from 8% and only gives 1 free aim shot instead of 2. The last talent in this tier is Calling the Shots. This is a new ability that reduces the cooldown of Trueshot by 3 seconds whenever you cast Arcane Shot. Marksmanship Hunter has surprisingly seen quite a few changes to abilities, talents, and playstyle. The new changes feel very smooth, and the damage output feels above average from what I have seen so far. My biggest concern is the increased cast time on aim shot may make it hard to maximize DPS depending on raid mechanics, and it will be interesting to see if Lone Wolf is used or not in raid settings. That's all I have for you on the Marksmanship Hunter. Please let me know what class and spec you would like to see next down in the comments below, and I will push it to the top of the list. Thanks for watching and have a great one.